bless you. Apparently, there's a school teacher that has a problem with those two words. A schoolgirl booted, suspended, when she says bless you after a classmate sneezes.
We shouldn't give a girl detention for doing this. This is straight up bigotry by a bitter, hateful teacher. I can't even imagine what else she's teaching her kids in that classroom.
Well, I think she should be fired, Dan Barker, because I'm a Christian, and I do not appreciate another young Christian being persecuted for saying bless you. If she were
Amen.
any other religion, nothing would have been said. But because she is a Christian, she's being attacked. And I don't like it. And at a time in the world where Christians all across the world, and I'm referring to Iraq, are being persecuted, and now this girl
Amen.
gets suspended for saying bless you in America? I can't believe it.
You have no idea what the facts are of this case. In many cases, these students are being abusive with these words. What if they were taking a test?
Abusive?
What if one of the students during the test wanted to stand up and say the Lord's Prayer or Allah Akbar?
But that's not what she did.
That it was
that's not what she said. Somebody sneezed and she said, bless you.
The car runs out of gas. The two little boys and the dad are pushing the car. Mommy and a baby and the sister, I think, are inside the car when out of the blue, here comes a drunk driver. I mean drunk, stinking drunk, without his lights on, plows into the two little children, plows into them, kills them. And then, at some point, somebody shoots the drunk driver dead. Nobody can place the gun in Daddy's hand, and the murder weapon was never found. Forget the lack of proof, but come on. The drunk driver mowed his sons down.
Well, the state's got two problems. Number one, there's no evidence. You can't tie him to it. You've got to prove it. But even if they could prove it, we all assume that the guy did it. You don't...
Whoa. We all assume he did it. Now, if I were to say that, you would do a backflip. But well, you just said it.
You said it. You said you would gun the person down yourself if it was you and that person.
I know, but I didn't say I can assume this guy did it. Tonight with me, a very special guest. Sean Purcell is with us. He actually helped perform the autopsy on Michael Brown. It doesn't matter what all the witnesses say. What matters is what you learn in the autopsy, what you learn forensically.
Okay, so the one at the apex is actually going from top to down. But it's also, if you look at here's the nose, so you look at my trajectory, it's also going towards the front part of the head, okay? Can you see?
From back to front.
From back to front, exactly.
That's an extremely unusual angle. Let me ask you this, based on yours and Boden's autopsy, which side of the story do your forensic results support? The cops or Michael Brown's?
Well, there's sides to both stories it supports. It supports the story that Mr. Brown could have been charging the officer, and in particular, the wound corresponding to the right forearm. It also supports Mr. Brown putting his hands up like this, showing that Mr. Brown was trying to surrender because you still have that part of your arm exposed. It also supports the other witness statement saying that Mr. Brown was walking away from the officer and jerked his arm as if he was shot and then turns around.
Right.
Because, as you know, that part of your arm is facing the back at that point in time. What we don't know is the reconstruction of the shooting scene, and that's what is most important.
Arias is using all the sales from her artwork. Let's see some of her art. It's basically tracing magazine. Well, I don't know what that is. $9,000 for a star, the City of Light, oil painting on canvas. There's a shirt that's way too low. So she's making $7,000, $9,000 when she traces magazine pictures. Andy, what she's doing with that is hiring a private investigator.
I'll tell you what was even more disturbing for me, Nancy, was the fact that Arizona officials are essentially condoning her, allowing her artwork to be sold online. I've never heard of this in over 10 years of monitoring murderabilia, that officials claim that it's okay for her to sell her artwork online. And what's even more disturbing is the fact that one of her artworks that she's selling claims that all the proceeds from the sale will be donated in Travis's name to a reputable nonprofit organization that helps children. Using a victim's name to help perpetrate your art sales is unspeakable and unfathomable.
A 17-year-old girl, a kid in high school, actually I think she's younger than that, in high school, who is just saying to someone after they sneeze, bless you, that is not a crime. You don't go to detention for that.
As we sign off, gentlemen, let me just say, including you, Dan Barker, bless you.